Over the last 25 years, I've had the privilege of interviewing and highlighting some truly interesting people. I mean, everyone who is anyone, both the famous and the infamous. From presidents and their first ladies to kings and queens, movie stars and pop stars, captains of industry, heads of state, sports personalities, innovative entrepreneurs, and some pretty fascinating everyday people. Today, I am proud to introduce you to Frank Giordanella, an engineer who attributes his success to his father, who inspired him to work hard and value family. That should be motivation for a lot of people, Frank. You have had quite a distinguished career at one of my favorite places, Bloomingdale's. Can you tell us about your experience working there for what, more than 40 years now?
Oh, I gotta be honest, I can remember the first day I walked into the unknown. And, I know it's no cliche, it was just a summer's job, but it truly was. And, I was signed up for the Navy, and, my father was working there as a painter and said they needed, a laborer. So I said, yeah, for the summer, I'll work, make some money. And then, 42 years later, I went to school and I graduated to become an engineer, and I'm still here. I love my job.
And something tells me you are not going to be leaving anytime soon. There's nothing better than figuring out what you love and finding out a way to pay for it, okay?
Yeah, that's true, but I'm 61 now, so I do see retirement on the horizon, and I have other passions. So I think I had a pretty good run.
Yes, and speaking of those passions, I understand you recently wrote a novel, Taj, and that's behind you. So why don't you tell me a little bit about Taj?
Well, Taj is my heart, as I wrote in the book acknowledgments. I wrote this book from my heart, not with my hand. And I play poker as a hobby, and I entwined a love story into poker. Came up with this. I had this book idea in my mind. My mind's always racing to ideas and stuff, and I put it down on paper.
You've got to give me more of a summary. So tell me a little bit more. It's about your love of poker. A quick summary. We call this an elevator pitch in my business. So what's your elevator pitch?
This book was made. It's fiction, of course, but a kid named Rick, and he grows up in New Jersey, and he's not your normal. He's not your normal kid. He's not into baseball, sports, and he comes from this big, strict Italian family where his father is a huge Yankee fan, and he just can't get it into his mind why his kid doesn't want to play baseball, and his kid found a passion for cards and playing poker, and the kid, and it's in his blood. He just loves it, and he became really good at it. And living in New Jersey, he graduated high school eventually, and he got a job in a paint store. And then at night he would practice poker, and then on the weekends he would take a bus to Atlantic City, and eventually started playing in tournaments and games. He became really good at it.
Stop right there. Don't give away anymore. Got to make people buy that darn book, okay?
Okay.
There it is. So is the book based at all on your own experiences as a father?
Yes, because I have a lovely daughter and a son. But this book, I'm not going to give the book away anymore, but I'll tell you, it's called Taj because Rick met Andrella, the love of his life, a true love story in the Taj Mahal. They had a baby girl named Taaj, and they named it Taj after the Taj Mahal. And I'm not going to give it away any more than that, but um, like I said, I wrote about something that I'm very knowledgeable about. I play in poker tournaments practically every weekend, and I've been for a very, very long time. And like I said before, I just took my knowledge of the game and I entwined it in a beautiful, beautiful love story. There's some tragedy in the book, but it's a father, Rick winds up raising Taj, and she falls in love with poker, and I think it's a real. I'm really the storyline is really wonderful. And I think
Fantastic. I know you said in the past poker is one of your hobbies. It sounds like this is something you're very good at. How did that passion develop?
So about 30 some odd years ago, a good friend of mine, Richie, said, "Hey, Frank, what are you doing? We're having a game in Pat's garage, a poker game. Would you like to come?" And I was just like, I'm not doing anything, sure. And I went and I started, I started playing, and I saw how the guys really loved the game, and I started getting into it, and I started studying the game. Prior to that, I always played blackjack in Atlantic City. I was really good at blackjack. Poker has its own whole new dynamic to it, and I became really in love. Once poker gets in your blood, so to speak, it got into mine, and I really love the game. It's really a mind game, and I really love the challenge, especially when I'm in tournaments and you start out with hundreds of guys and you get to the final table. It's pretty, it's like a big accomplishment. So, like I said, I don't play golf. I hardly ever fish. I used to fish. I don't fish anymore, but I feel bad for them. And, people say, "Well, Frank, what's your hobby?" And I would just tell them I play poker. That's my hobby. And
And I think I may need to add writer to your hobbies. Do you see yourself continuing to explore your creative side as a writer?
I do. If you ever get a chance, Star, and read my book, I left the book open for a really good sequel. And I might be there might be a Taaj 2 out there when I retire.
Leaving room for a sequel is always a smart idea from a writer's perspective. Trust me on that. So, where can people find your book?
It's on Amazon.com,
Mm-hmm.
and I also have a beautiful book trailer on YouTube. Just I put in Taaj by Frank Giordanella. The book trailer is amazing, and I signed up with Barnes and Noble.
Good for you.
And I'm actually looking for a literary agent. If you could help me out, I want to put this book out to a movie. I think once I feel it would be a really wonderful movie one day. I really do.
Pretty much every writer I've ever talked to says the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Having written 3 books, I kind of know what you mean.
there you
So
go.
let me think about this for a minute. What does the future for Frank look like for you?
Well, I'm pretty good at predicting the future, and when I say that, as a very young guy, I saved my money, uh, and I'm pretty successful because of that. And I attribute that to looking ahead. My father had this old saying. He used to say to me, "Frank, 50 comes quick," and he said it. I used to at the time, you're 20 years old, but you're like but 50 does come quick. So to answer your question, my future, I could see myself in Florida in a beautiful condo facing the ocean, somewhere in Fort Lauderdale or maybe the West Coast. I'm not sure right now, but and writing novels, and that's what I love to write. So I think that's what really holds my future.
Fantastic. What a retirement plan that is.
Yep.
What's the one thing, Frank, you'd like the viewer of this video feature to walk away with today?
Well, I like people to know that I didn't do this alone. I have my Lord and Savior. He's in my heart, and just like that young guy that walked into Bloomingdale's 42 years ago, not knowing anything. He was with me then, he's with me now, and he's always with me. And I'm just a passenger in the car, to be honest. He's driving.
I completely agree with you. I have to tell you, faith has gotten me through everything that has happened in my life, the successes as well as the setbacks.
Exactly.
And I think I can legitimately say that I've learned more from the setbacks than the successes because it taught me that having faith is a way to get through anything and to overcome anything. So, Frank, I wish you the very best of luck with the book and with that fabulous retirement plan that you're putting in place. Have a good day.
And so I just want to say I was so excited to have this interview with you, really. So thank you very much.
Oh, you are so very welcome. Anytime that I can meet a fellow author, it's a good day for me. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you so much.